Alright, so Smile is a horror movie that wipes the grin off your face to provide you with 2 hours of terror. Smile wears its inspirations on its sleeve, and the movie feels like it's in the same vein as It Follows and also The Ring. Both these films featured a curse that was passed on to someone through one way or another, and this created a target on their back. Creatures stalked the victim, and over time they got closer and closer until they were defeated or the curse won. It's very much the same with Smile, and for the first part of the video, I thought we'd explain what the entity actually is. Now this is a being that attaches itself to victims of trauma, and over time it slowly torments them. Invisible to others, it can appear as anyone, but upon revealing itself, it brings with it a creepy smile. The creature's whole MO is to weaken its victims psychologically to the point it can possess them fully and make them take their own life. It normally does this in front of another person, and in doing so, the curse is then passed on to them. This then starts the cycle over, but there are ways that you can save yourself. If you kill another person in front of someone else, then the trauma will pass on to them, and the curse will continue that way rather than through you. The creature in Smile has a lot of layers to it, and personally, I view it as very much being a metaphor for mental health. In the movie, we discover that Rose's mother died when she was very young, and that Rose could have potentially prevented this by calling 911. However, she didn't, and because of this, her mother has been seen as a suicide victim. A therapist brings this up as a way to explain what's going on, but Rose buries this further inside. Rose has clearly carried this with her for a long time, and it's definitely the thing that pushed her into becoming a therapist. Now the victims all die by ending their own lives after being tortured mentally. The monster appears as a smiling person, and I think herein lies the double meaning. People like Robin Williams have brought attention to the fact that those dealing with depression rarely manifested on the surface. I know from my own experience that when I've felt down, I can push it to the back of my mind when I'm in public in order to try and seem happy. I think the fact that it's people ending their own lives and the mental torture that comes before their death is evidence of the duality in the movie. A smile is also something that carries on throughout the film. Smiles are meant to represent someone being happy, however they've been twisted here to have a darker side to them. Yet this is something that persists throughout the film, and it goes from victim to victim. Smiles are supposed to comfort us, but in this case of the movie, everything is flipped upside down. So turn that frown upside down. Now, we even see a scene in which the characters are forced to smile in order to keep up appearances. At the restaurant, they have an argument, but when the food's put down, they smile and act like everything's normal. I think that there's an analysis of smiles here to show they can often be used to appear a certain way rather than being sincere. My take from it is that smiles are used to mask what's really going on, and they can be used as a way to hide hidden issues going on internally. Now the curse is passed on through trauma, and the fact that Rose is a therapist keeps the film centered around the idea of mental health. Her fiancé brings up how she may have inherited her mother's issues, and this trauma could have been passed to her much in the same way that the curse passes on to others. We even open the movie with her speaking to a patient Carl, and he describes all the things that a victim of the curse would see without the actual curse itself. He's dealing with a lot of mental health issues, and he himself is paranoid that something is after him. However, this is actually just a mental health problem rather than being a monster, but I think that the similarities are there on purpose. We're supposed to see how they mirror one another, and because of this, I think the film can be viewed both metaphorically and literally. If you want something else to watch, make sure you check out one of our breakdowns linked on screen right now. Got one for Barbarian if you want a deeper meaning on that. So yeah, definitely go head over there right after this. Out of the way, thanks for sticking through the video. I've been Paul, I'll see you next time. Take care, peace.